Welcome back to another episode of Showtime Radio Podcast. I am your host, Showtime, also known as Jenna. And before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification button so you know when I drop a video. And tell a friend to pull up, pour up, and tune in as we dive into these hot topics. Now, I'll start with you. These are all... Ooh, I just hit you in the head. All of my in-laws. This is Levin's side of the family. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So why don't you go first?
I'm Levin's mother. I am Puma.
You want to tell them about Code clothing?
Well, I do have a business called Code Clothing. I did shut it down for a while because things have happened in the last 6 to 7 months. So I did stop it. I started off good, and then it so slowly stopped. But I'm not going to fret. I'm going to try my best to get it back up and running. I have some new ideas, some things in my head that I am going to be pushing soon.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Lit. Your turn.
Go ahead, Levin. You can go.
I am Levienne. I am Levin's only and older sister. I don't have a clothing line like my mom, but you know, whatever. I work in property management, and I'm a full-time student. I'm in my last year, actually, my senior year, to get my bachelor's degree, and I'm going back for my master's. And I'm a full-time mom too, so you know, girl power here.
Okay.
Your turn. If you don't just go, I cannot.
It's cold in here.
It is cold.
I'm Levin's aunt / best friend. I'm the owner of Precious Eats, Food from the Heart. I do catering and I make plates, so pull up and come grab some food. I'm a psychology major and I'm a full-time mom. That's it. That's all.
That's it.
That's it.
Full-time mom in itself is a job, girl.
It is. Oh, Lord. Okay.
Oh, and I work at Bridgewater State Prison.
Oh.
You gonna give her your government out like that. You gonna pull up on you.
I know.
Okay. That's not what we want.
Okay.
We don't want to pull up there.
Yeah, I don't pull up there.
I'm not going up there.
Not there.
All right. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, and we were talking about that like a couple weeks ago when we were discussing doing the podcast, was what makes a good friend. So I feel like a good friend comes with maturity. Because if you are immature, it's hard to be a good friend if you're immature, because you're not gonna be able to like if you guys have an argument, you're not gonna be able to bounce back for it because your mindset is just stuck in like, well, she did this to me and whatever, and then that's that. You know what I mean? There's like no moving forward. But there is certain situations where it's like, nah, you can't come back from that. But there's no hate or nothing. There's just you can't come back from that.
Yeah.
Certain things you can't come back from.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to name, I have a few things that, growing up, people that I consider friends have done things to me. And this is like back in middle school, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And, things were done, but I still was taught, to be that friend, You just don't rock with them hard like you used to. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
But are they really a friend at that point? They're more like an associate then. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're an associate.
So
the biggest, when you talk about what makes a real friend, the biggest point of a friend is loyalty. If there's no loyalty, there's no friend.
Talk about it.
Right.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. So I agree with you, Jenna. It's definitely about maturity. But when you think of the qualities of a friend, it's about loyalty. It's about trust. It's about respect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Those three go hand in hand. Without those three, there is no friendship. Mm-hmm. Period. With those three, you can get over anything, right? Because if we go through something that's going to test us and test the limits and test the waters, the respect, if it's there, right, then we're going to be able to have a mature conversation, right?
Yeah.
If the loyalty is there, we're going to be able to overcome that, right? If the trust is there, we'll be able to overcome that. So those are the things for me. I mean, never mind friendship. That rocks with me even with relationships and my relationships with my family. Yeah. Those are my three qualities. It's non-negotiable for me.
Right.
Absolutely non-negotiable for me.
Like, for an example, if we have a falling out, once my business hits social media, there's no coming back from that.
You broke the trust.
Right.
You broke the loyalty.
Like, you mean
there's no respect.
they put your business on social media?
Yeah, or we're just bashing each other on Facebook.
Like when it's in the public eye?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, because that's not your friend. Because real friends don't do that. Real friends are going to pick up the phone. Precious, you know what? This is how I'm feeling. So going back to this, right? Communication.
Yeah.
But that goes back to maturity, right?
Yeah.
People, especially today, because of the internet and because of social media, I can speak for my generation.
Right.
You two are a little younger, you're older, but I think we can go hand in hand with this. There was no Facebook, there was no Instagram, there was no Snapchat. I mean, when I hit high school, it was MySpace. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that wasn't even a big thing. Like, it wasn't even as big as what social media is now.
Yeah. Right. We weren't using MySpace or Black Planet like we're
using.
What is Black Planet?
It was a platform. It was a social media platform for Black people.
Whoa,
it was pretty dope. Yeah.
Black Planet, MySpace.
Those were the two big ones, really. But Precious is right. Like, once you take something to social media, it's like you're trying to break me all the way down.
Right.
Like, I'm going to use your deepest, darkest moments, your secrets that you've confided in me, and I'm going to break you all the way down.
See, that's another thing. That's, like, sometimes I find it very hard to open up because I've had, something that I shared in confidence used against me. So it's hard to dictate what person is going to use it against you and what person is going to help you through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good topic. That's a good one, because a real friend, even if you've told things in confidence, and no matter how many fallouts you have, when you know what you told that person, you're not gonna hear it.
No,
right.
It's not gonna be repeated. Yeah. That is a friend.
Yeah,
that's a friend. No matter how many fallouts you had, you can stop talking to that person at 21 and see them again at 51. But what you told them has not hit the surface.
Yeah.
No one has been like, oh, I heard that's a good friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a good friend. And I think, we all probably got those friends. We've done things and we had, you know what I mean? That's in confidence. A person will tell you something in confidence that doesn't need to be known. You know what I mean? When you can just grow and grow and grow, and in the back of your head that, damn, I told her. Can we swear in here? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I shouldn't be.
You can go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just joking. Wow, I told her that so many years ago and it's still with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's told me, vice versa. She's told me things and it's still with me.
Right.
Things that we know when we are dead and gone, it's coming with us. Those are the friends that you want. That
ties into loyalty too, like you were talking about.
It does, but you also have to look at things like this too. So I have a group of friends in my circle right now. I'll be very candid. I've been in therapy for 2.5, almost 3 years. I'm on this healing and spiritual journey, and I'm growing. I'm elevating. So I'm looking at my friends, not all, but some a little differently, because I'm like, damn, I didn't realize how toxic they were, right? And I don't really want to take them with me unless they're going to do what they need to do to shape up. But trying to go back to what Precious was saying, depending on where somebody is in their life and how they're feeling, they'll bring up things to hurt you.
Yeah, because they hurt themselves.
Because they hurt themselves, not intentional though. That's the thing about it, right? When you're in pain, some of the things you do are unintentional. I've been there, so I'm just speaking from experience. Yeah. I can think of a time, where I got into an argument with somebody in this room right now. And I said some things that just went completely left. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I was hurting when I said what I said, right? Was it okay? No, it wasn't okay. But I think the person knew that I was in deep pain, right? And we were able to get past it, right? That's different because we're family. But sometimes you do have to look at your friend and look at situation and circumstances too, right? When they're saying things like, I think, I tell my friends all the time, like, yo, we got to show a little more compassion to each other.
Exactly.
We don't show enough compassion because you don't know what somebody's going through in their life.
Yeah.
Some friends don't want to share what they're going through. They could be going through a divorce, the loss of a child, loss of family members. You know, they can be battling mental health issues, and that's something they don't want to share with their friends. They want to keep it sacred to themselves.
Yeah.
But if you show a little compassion, that goes a long way, right?
Yeah.
So, I think, you know, as we're talking about friendships, yes, like friends should keep things sacred to them. But then you do have those friends that might say something out of hurt and anger.
Right.
And then when you're at that stop, at that railroad, then what do you do?
Right.
How do you mend that, right? Because you got to look at it like, I got to show this person a little grace and a little compassion because they're going through something, right? I may not know what's going on. But then when you start going back to maturity and communication, when you start to have those mature conversations and you start to communicate and you start to peel back like a banana, those layers.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you, this is what's going on with me. Blah, 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 blah. And then you're like, all right, that, you know.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it hurt what you did to me, but I understand why you did what you did.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And at that point, I think it's unintentional. It's when somebody does something that's intentional. That's a little different.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I think energy too.
Yeah.
Energy is
Energy's a big one.
Is a big one. Because even if you ever just, they are not doing anything or saying anything to you, but their energy is just, when you come around them, you just feel like, you know what I mean?
I've been talking about that all week.
Me too.
When you think of energy, I think
too.
about growth, because then you have those friends that are in competition. They think your accomplishment and your growth is a competition.
Yes.
That's another
And
one.
I recently,
Yes.
not recently, but I've been on like a healing process too. So I recently dropped like a lot of friends. Well, they weren't really friends.
More like associates.
Yeah, because it was just toxic and there's no growth. Like, we've been friends since 2014 and it's 2020, about to be 2023. There's no growth. And if there's no growth, we can't be friends because we're not growing from where we used to be.
Right.
That's right.
So there's no drama. There's just no growth.
And you're just parting seas. You're just parting
that's it.
ways. And that's fine.
that's
That's what I say too. It's not, I feel like people look at, oh, you don't talk to me as much, or we don't hang out like that, or whatever. Like, you know, you're not my real friend. And it's not that. It's just that everybody has their own life to live. Everybody's figuring out, everybody's hurting, everybody's trying to heal, everybody's trying to make it, and really just get through a day. You know what I mean? Like, life is hard. Everybody's just trying to get through a day. So I just
reconnected with a friend. I'm going to name her because I don't care, because we've been having open and honest conversations.
I don't think we should name people.
I'm going to name her.
It's
not in a bad way.
If you feel like
if you don't want to name, you don't have to name. She wouldn't be offended because it's not anything offensive. Yeah.
Cupcake.
So I have a friend that we met when we were 12, 13 years old when I lived in Brockton, and she was a childhood friend. And we stopped talking. Nothing happened. Life happened. Yeah, right? She was married. I'm married. I have kids. You know, she moved to New York. Then I found out she was a traveling medical assistant, so she was going state to state.
That's pretty cool.
She got a divorce, whatever, you know, and I'm going through my situation.
Yeah.
And Jamila, that's her name. And we reconnected.
I thought she forgot.
No, I didn't.
I thought she forgot.
And I'm shouting out my girl because we reconnected. And since we've reconnected this past month and a half, all we talk about is healing, energy, and growth. Yes. And what I love about our friendship, we picked up like we never left. Right. That it wasn't even forced. It was like, and we talk every day. And every day we start off with like, good morning. And we send positive messages to each other. Right. Because we're both on a healing journey. We're just in different journeys. Yeah. I'm a little further along than her. I would say, but we're both going in that direction and reshifting our focus on things that are going to make us better women. So you have friendships like that, where some friends need to be dropped off. Yeah. Some friends you pause because life just happens, and then you regroup and you're like, oh my God, hey girl, like, and you pick up like it's nothing. Right. Yeah. It's nothing. I have a few childhood friends where I pick up like it's nothing. Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's okay, because to your point, life happens. Now, if you get a friend that gets mad at you because life happens, that ain't your friend. No, that's not your friend.
That's codependent activity.
Okay, and it's toxic.
Yeah.
And it's toxic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to realize what the toxic traits are in a friendship. That codependency. You know, that not being loyal, not being able to communicate.
That competition.
That competition. Yeah.
Yeah, I just posted something a couple of days ago about get you some friends who want to share the, oh God, I forgot what it was, but
buffering. You'll come back.
So get you some friends that are not scared to share the wealth with you.
Share information with you. So that you can grow, you can build.
And they're not afraid to give it to you because they think you're going to get ahead of them.
Right.
I don't like people like that. I mean, there's enough out here for everybody
to eat.
Yes.
Everybody to eat.
We can all eat.
Since COVID, people have been coming out with every little hustle, every little side hustle.
Yeah, they really have.
You know what I mean? But it's like, we're all eating. You know, I think I'm still trying to tap into my gift. Trying to find out what I want to do so that I can get this money and, you know, do what people were doing. You know, everybody has a gift and that's how they're making it. But it's almost like if you ask a little bit of information, they're just giving you that much.
That goes back to, you know, loyalty and trust, right? So real friends, I always tell my friends this and they'll tell you this. If I'm at the table, we are all eating. I'm breaking bread with everybody. Yeah. Right. There's not a single person at that table that I'm not breaking bread with. Right. Yeah. Period. My success is your success. Period. Right? We all winning. Exactly. This is the winning team on this side. Like, how can you be my friend and not want to see me win and me not see you win? I'm gonna give you a prime example. I have a good friend, my best friend. She's rebuilding. Well, her credit's A1, but she was going through some things and she was rebuilding her credit. At the time, my credit was A1. I added her as an authorized user to help her build her credit. I'm filing bankruptcy right now. I am literally starting my entire life over at 34 years old. She said to me literally 2 days ago, so I'm gonna add you as an authorized user to rebuild your credit. That is a friend. That's a friend. Right. That is a friend. I'm like, okay.
She's doing it.
She's doing the reverse.
Right.
She's doing the reverse. And not only is she doing the reverse, but the new person in my life has also done the same thing. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So that goes to that, like, that loyalty, that trust, like, all of that. Like, that's what's up because y'all want to see me win because together we're a force.
For free.
For free.
For free.
For free.
You know, there's those friends that, when I say competition, so say if you know someone that
are all bundled up.
I'm cold. I'm anemic too.
Those friends in competition, what?
Yeah, those friends that be in competition, like, so say like I just started doing food and stuff. So people will go to other people that do food, but know that I do food and not come to me because it's me.
They don't want you to eat.
Yeah.
I don't understand though, like why, if you're trying to grow and evolve and get this money or whatever the case may be, why wouldn't you want to, like, you want to surround yourself with people that are on the same path or a little past you so you know you can, like, get information and counseling from them to get to where you want to be or to get to where they're at. So why wouldn't you want
So do we want to have a candid conversation? Like, you want me to just get to the nitty gritty of this?
So this is an open.
I think I'm tired of watching these shows where you have, let's say, us black women. These black women, you got lawyers. There's a group of girls. A show. Let's just say
sisters?
The Caramel Sisters. Oh. You know, it's a show. You know, one sister is a lawyer. The other sister is, you know, they all have big titles. And to piggyback off of what you said, you know, one owns a restaurant. They all have things going on for themselves, good things. And they all go support each other. You see what I'm saying? They support each other. Like I have a friend who owns her own home health care company. But I'm not going to go because I'm in the city, I'm in the state, I'm in the system and go over there and get a job because I know I can go to her and she's going to give me a job. Where you have the city of Boston that's doing that. But she's a branch. She has her own branch and she's doing it. You know what I mean? I have a friend who owns a restaurant, but I'm not going to go over here. And I'm going to go to support my friend and go to the restaurant. My daughter here, she does property management. You know, I'm not going to send them to a different company when I know her, you know, she has her company. I'm going to see my daughter. You know, it's all letting everybody eat. We own a physical therapy. But I'm not going to say go over here to
come here,
rub it down, make you feel good. Come over here to Living Well Rehab.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
You better plug yourself in.
You know, so, and I see that as a business owner. I see it. You know what I mean? And I'll get on Facebook and I'll see car accident, such and such was in a car accident. I'll throw it out there just a tiny bit. But, my fault. I don't advertise enough. Not everybody knows.
But you have a different mentality. But I want to piggyback off of something that you said. And I said I was going to be very raw and candid on this podcast. Black women are the issue. Okay? Let's just get to it.
No, that's real.
Black women are the issue. Black community, period.
Yeah.
When it comes to this competition thing, it is like I don't want to see another sister do better than me.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
You don't see any other race operate that way.
Black lives matter.
Hello.
Right?
And I'm going to take it a step further and say Black Americans. Because even Caribbeans stick together. Hispanics stick together. Asians stick together. White people stick together. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes,
them Haitians stick together.
Together. Those Jamaicans stick together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to eat. But when it comes to Black Americans, it's something within Black Americans where it's just like, I'm not going to put her on. I'm not going to put him on. And it's like, what's up with that, yo? Like,
I feel like insecurity plays a part into it, because I feel like if you know that God put something in you, if you know that, like, there's no doubt about it, this is what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, if you know the woman that you are, you wouldn't have a problem with seeing other women eat. You wouldn't have a problem seeing other women thrive. But because you lack that confidence and security in yourself, and 1 minute you're sure, 1 minute you're not sure, then you're looking around at everybody else's plate and you're not focused on your plate.
Everybody's different. Like, for me, I don't know what it is about me, but I had a few people telling me, damn, you're so nice, you take care of you, stop doing,
because you're a giver. You are a giver.
You know what I mean? It doesn't, for me, it's like, I will be at a red light 10 cars in, and if I got $3 and knowing that I gotta buy some laundry detergent, and there is a homeless person or whatever selling those flowers, I'm giving them that $3. You know what I mean? Or, I don't know. I do it all the time.
You know why, though? But your blessings come tenfold.
Yeah, tenfold.
If I give you my last $10, right? In my head, I'm going to be like, damn, that was my last $10.
No, I'm not going to say it.
I'm not going to tell you exactly. I'm not going to say it. But my blessings are going to come tenfold, yo. Like, I know I got that from my dad. Yeah. Like, my dad, when I was younger, would give. Right. Everybody got sneakers. If I got sneakers, and at the time I was an only child, everybody got sneakers. It was like he took care of everybody in my family. Like, all, like, my cousins and stuff, whatever. It wasn't like I'm going to go to Harry the Greeks. I feel like I'm aging myself right now, even though I said my age. Harry the Greeks in the South End. Yeah, see, y'all don't know. Harry the Greeks.
They don't know about that.
So he went to Harry the Greeks, and he's like, I'm going to, stock up on some sneakers for me and my mom, because it was just us. Like I said at the time, it wasn't just me and my mom and himself. It was like my cousins. Like, what's this person's, foot size? What's this person, like, you know what I'm saying? And I think I get that from my dad. Like, I just give. I might, like, this might be my last, but I know the Lord in 2 weeks is going to bless me with something. Something is going to fall.
Even with businesses, I mean, we got all these platforms, I sit back. I really do. I sit back and I watch, my friend will post, her business. I'm hitting the share button. You know what I mean? My other friend does this. I'm hitting the share button. You know what I mean? I'm writing a book. I see people hitting the share buttons. You and Levins are doing your thing. I'm hitting the share buttons. When you sit back and watch if they're gonna hit that share button for you,
that's where the test comes in. That's right there. That's where the test comes in.
Like, wow. I don't want to say, and it's so funny. Like, we'll sit here and be like, "Oh, I didn't see that. I wasn't on Facebook, but the little icon shows." You're right there.
He was active.
He was just there after 5 minutes ago. You know what I mean? But it's about sharing. You're seeing who's sharing your stuff. I will take something, and this is not my only group, but I will put it in the other 15 groups that I'm in because I'm sharing your stuff.
Yeah.
I want to see you grow. You know, I want to come to one of your open events. I want to, you know what I mean? It's just like, we don't do that enough.
I'm going to say, like, you know, something that I'm able to speak on that, you know, my younger siblings aren't, is that I know that my mom lived, I don't want to say like a privileged life per se, but she lived a good life. We lived a good life growing up. Right. You know, I can sit here and go, at 7, 8 years old, I went to Miami. Most people haven't left the state.
I've never been to Miami.
See, most people
what are you doing in Miami at 7, 8 years old?
You know what I mean? Like, because that's what my dad did. And we drove, and my dad had a fat sports car, okay? So I can sit here, I can say at that age, I had a Sherlin coat. Like, people were like, a what? Yes, I had Sherlin. I had, you know, gold bangles and like we lived a okay life considering that we were in the inner city, right? Mm-hmm. And I think for you, a lot of your friends saw the lifestyle that you lived, and even though she lived a decent life for where we came from, she still gave.
I still gave.
She still gave. Like, she didn't forget where she came from. Like she still gave.
I would get a rental every weekend, you know, convertible, whatever, and I was pick up my friends. Mm-hmm. My husband would be like, "Where's the car? Where are you?" I'm like, "I'll be home when my gas runs out." Like, I would, you know what I mean? I'd put my gas in it, you know what? But it's just, you know, we're givers, you know.
You think naturally as women we're givers, or you think it's only selective women?
Selective. It's selective. It is selective. It's absolutely selective.
How many of us think, like, if I had it? You ever think, you know, if I had an extra, if you just hear somebody on Facebook, or you're walking down the street, or you're standing in a line, I purposely do it when I'm at the grocery store. You know what I mean? I'll purposely pay for someone's whatever. If I see them put it back. Mm-hmm. You know, but how many of us women can honestly say that you see somebody that really wants it, but they know they can't afford it or can't get it, and then you do it.
Me.
Without them knowing.
Me.
Knowing that you're going to be behind.
I do that a lot at Dunkin' Donuts.
I was about to say that. I stay paying it for at Dunkin' Donuts.
But you just try to haunt that person down, mm-hmm. you know, and be like, and just make their day. Mm-hmm. Like, make their day. Like, I do that too much. I do it so much that I just do it. I mean, I just feel like crying now because I honestly do that a lot. You know what I mean? And
do you feel like sometimes over giving weighs on you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
It does for me. It just hurt. It makes
because
me
you feel like it's not being reciprocated, exactly. Right? Mm-hmm. So you sit here, like, for example, I can think of, this was probably the first year I haven't, but teaching my kids, well, my oldest, he's 11, teaching him to give back. So we will adopt a family from his school. I'll call the school, hey, can you give me a family in need? Just give me the ages and the sex. I'll go Christmas shopping, get the wrapping paper, drop everything off. We don't want a thank you card. We can make it unknown. We're not here for that. I'm just teaching my son to give back. Yeah. This year we didn't do it, but this year we donated stuff that he had. We went through all his stuff. I'm like, DJ, every single year I teach my son how to give. Yeah. And I just give naturally outside of that. I think it weighs on people like us because it's not reciprocated. Meaning we may hit a down point in our life, right? I've had many down moments in my life, and the thing about me is I'm prideful. I do not care. I am not gonna ask for shit.
I won't either.
I will let my toes burn before I ask for help. But if someone said to me, hey, I don't know, like say I had no food in my house, which is not the case, but hey, come over for dinner. I might take them on that offer. They don't know I got no food, but they proposed dinner. Mm-hmm. So I'm coming for dinner. I'm not coming to like clean up the refrigerator, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, like, people just don't reciprocate. Like, we've all had down moments in our life, and for us to sit here and say we're all like, we're givers, we're just looking for someone to be like, yo, here, I got you. Yo, like, I got you. Like, no see questions asked. Like, see me, see that I need something. Yeah. You may not even know. I may not know that Precious Love needs something. I could be like, yo, here's $200, just take it.
Right.
But what if, like, her account's in the negative and I just helped her and her family? Mm-hmm. I think that's why it weighs on us. People that are not givers, they're never going to understand that. They're never going to understand that, like, it's almost like sometimes heart aching. Like, damn, like, my heart's so big, my heart's so pure, I'll give you the shirt off my back, but, like, why am I not getting that in return?
That's
and you start to internalize that and take that personal. Man, I've had to talk myself off.
You stop. You know, you don't want to stop.
Yeah.
But you just be like, no. Like, I even do it with Lavon.
Not your own kid. Not my brother. I'm done. Not my brother.
I do because he works. You know what I mean? And
for the record,
everybody knows.
Hold on. I'm just going to plug this in now that we're bringing him up. I cash apped you $20 for food, and you said you pay me back. And so it's been 2 weeks. I'm counting. I want my $20.
I was not expecting that.
But it's true. You know, I mean, he's of age now. You know, I was just telling him the other day. I says, you know, I asked you to do a couple of things, and you don't do them. But then you turn right around and ask me to do something, or can you have something and I give it to you with no problem. I said, you cannot do that anymore. I said, I don't even know the last time your brother asked me for money. I couldn't tell you. You know, I said, you have a job and you're gonna have to start doing stuff and giving stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make him aware of it. So my new thing with him is no. You know, and I save it for emergencies. No, I don't have it. And it'll make him get off.
But it's teaching him. That's teaching your kids.
Yeah. And then he calls me.
Precious is like, also, I need $20.
Oh, Precious, do you think you can order me some food?
All the time.
From where
I don't know how many times I heard about Lily asking somebody if they can order.
He's like, he's like, look, I'm waiting for Levins. He's going to come and get me. Okay, never mind. Mommy's going to come and get me. But here's the thing. He's like, I'm hungry and I need some food. I'm like, are you I thought he was joking. I was like, you serious? He was like, yeah, so can you just cash out me so I can order some food while I'm waiting for her to pick me up? I'm like,
while I'm waiting, a little appetizer.
Yeah, like while I'm waiting.
I know that growing up, I was.
He don't really ask for nothing but food, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's a teenager.
So his appetite's crazy.
He's a teenager and he's a gamer. So he just eat and plays. One hand on the food, one hand on the controller. I know that growing up, I was extremely, extremely spoiled, and I was a daddy's girl. So, like, anything that I want, even if he said no, I knew, like, give him some time or ask him a little more again, and he would do it. You know what I mean? So, and also I was also called princess. So
I would just take it and blame it on my other siblings.
Yeah,
is this a new topic?
I was no. This is
daddy girl.
No, this is tying into what I was gonna say.
I'm being quiet,
but growing up. Now that I'm older and stuff, I wish I'd listened to my parents more. So if you're watching this, I said it here. But I also wish that, you know, they didn't give me stuff as much and made me
a brat.
Yeah, well, they
made her work for it.
But maybe work for it and made me appreciate things, and also made me have that. Well, I feel like you're kind of born with that over giving thing, but you can learn how to be a giver. And so now I'm at this place where I don't want to be so selfish and self-absorbed and spoiled and all this stuff, especially with having kids, because you don't want your kids to be like that. You want your kids to, you know, be, you know, good, genuine people. But I know that growing up, I feel like that kind of messed me up. Not saying they did, because I was a rough child.
Takes us back to energy. We had stopped at energy too. You know, you gotta know someone's energy. You gotta, you know what I mean, know stuff. When I come around new people, or my friends bring new people around, or if I'm by myself, I know how to read energy. You know what I mean? And I try to stay away from that energy that's gonna make me, you know, you're already like, oh damn, look at her, his situation. But is this energy right? You know what I mean? I'm gonna do this for him, but is this energy right? So you'll learn how to decipher right then and there if you're gonna do for that person or not. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be a giver. I don't know if that makes sense.
No,
it does. It's just like the energy.
It draws you to them or from them.
Right. Because I feel like, for instance, let's say, you know, you have a drug addict. She's sitting here, he or she is sitting here telling you their story, their sob story, blah, 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 blah. They're hungry. They got 2 kids at home, blah, blah, blah. But I know what you're going to go do. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the energy. But at the same time, I'm feeling bad.
I still give it to them.
I do too. I do too.
All the time.
You know,
I know you're about to go to the liquor store, but take that 10
because
hopefully
like,
you're gonna feed yourself
right,
with
a little bit,
just something,
and then get something to
drink. Hopefully you're gonna do the right thing, right? Yeah. They may not do the right thing with you, but maybe the next person that does it, they'll do the right thing. You know, you never know.
Yeah,
you never know. And I think sometimes we assume, right, when we give that last $10 that they're gonna do something that they shouldn't, but sometimes they might do the right thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They might do the right thing.
Oh my God! I remember one time I was on River Street. The Shaw's on River Street on Hyde Park Ave, I think it was, and I'm like going in the store. I was going to an event, and I was like, let me go in the store and get some things for this event. And it was a father, and 3 kids outside with a sign. I was like, wow, you know. So I'm already in there. I got a loaf of bread, I got some cold cuts, and I got a gallon of fruit punch, and I got some donuts. Because I was like, you know, they'll have dinner, they'll have a drink, and they'll have a little dessert. I'm always trying to make sure they're going to have what I'm going to have on my table. I came back outside, they were gone. They were gone. Because I told them, I was like, all right, I'll be back. You know, and they were gone. Like, I don't know if someone told them to, you know, move or, you know, they were really looking for cash. You know what I mean? They got the cash and they bounced.
Or someone blessed them before you
did.
Right. Some are prideful though. Some, if they're at that place in their life, they want to make it again on their own. They don't want to accept anything. I know there's times where I've tried to give to the same person multiple times. See my mom try to give to the same person multiple times, and they're just like, no. And I just think it's either a pride or embarrassment. I don't know what it is, but they're just like.
I bet you that's in the Bible somewhere. That would happen. Like they said no, like they're constant.
Oh, that's their, yeah.
Right, I bet you. I tend to find that everything that goes or what's happening, you know, and then I'll read the Bible and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Those are just different names.
Different times.
Yeah, that too.
Different times. Like it happens. Like we're doing what, we're reliving and doing what has already been done in the Bible. And it's scary.
Yeah, it is. I wanna switch gears here and get a little spicy with you guys. So
we need to all come together. We need somebody here.
Oh my gosh!
I'm fine.
What you need to drink? Oh, you can't drink anything because I'm drinking the wine. It's warming me up. You drinking water, so she can't. She has to drink water. She's detoxing.
Oh yeah.
You're doing a good job. I'm proud of you.
You should drink some boiled water next.
Shut up.
You can't even have like flavored orange.
Nothing. Just boring.
You can't
even
distilled water.
Boring.
Nothing.
Distilled water. How many days has it been?
I drink a gallon a day.
How many days has it been?
Which is good. It just
9.
sounds so boring.
Good for
My
you,
last day
right?
is Christmas a day.
Oh, good.
No, so you can't eat like Christmas food. Like you can't eat what's on Christmas.
Yeah, that would be my last day. I can eat.
Oh, you can eat.
Got a headache?
Oh, okay.
So you've been eating vegetables and fruits, so
yeah.
She's been eating. It's just certain foods.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
I saw her down in those banana chips.
Everything has to be raw. I can't cook anything cooked.
But the banana chips had sugar on it.
That's raw. It's banana chips.
Was they sweet though?
Some of them were. But I can eat that. It's raw. It's a dehydrated banana.
All right, so let me ask you, is that like fasting? When we're fasting for God, is that like?
I think fasting is the
because she's
intention
actually
behind
eating.
it.
Yeah, she's actually eating. She's just eating certain things and cleansing her body out.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. So your best friend calls you, right? Or no, your best friend man calls you and says, "Was so and so with you last night?"
Mary calls me and asks me who's with me.
No, Robert calls you and asks you if you was with Tiana, your girl,
last night.
Oh,
and you know she was out doing him dirty, dirty birdie.
If that's my friend, I got her back. Yeah, I was with her. Fuck
now
that.
Is that the girl code? Are you hanging up? Are you making a lie? Are you telling the truth?
If that's my friend, it's girl code. Yeah,
you gotta get a drink for this one. There's red wine right here if you want it.
I was with her last night. We was at TGIF.
Throwing them back.
I'm not answering my phone.
I I mean, I'm trying.
But you don't know. But you're not expecting the call at all. Like, this is random.
She's in the bathroom right now.
So first and foremost, I'm just gonna keep it real. I have been in these situations, and it is fucking girl code. Yes. I don't give a damn. Listen, Robert. Listen, Robert. Look. I be like this. Hello. So was so-and-so with you? Yeah, we was out last night. We had a good time, but you might want to talk to her. That's how you do that. But why would you call me? You're trying to pin me against my friend? Come on, loyalty over everything. Yeah. You should be having that conversation with your girl. Yep. I'm gonna make it abundantly clear. Any man in a relationship with me, you call my friend to ask about where I've been, to check on me.
They're gonna lie to me.
We're gonna have a problem, and yeah, they're gonna stick by me. They're gonna stick by my side. Yep. She's gonna stick right by me. Period.
So just don't call my friend.
So period. Don't call my friend. Don't get yourself mad. Like what?
You gotta be like, I'm not
because you're gonna tell me a guy wouldn't do that for his friend.
No,
they're
but that's
worse.
the thing.
They're worse. Guys are worse, and they'll be like, "Yeah, we was at the bar, and let me tell you, the Celtics was playing, and the Celtics scored." They'll give you a whole story. Whereas a woman will be like, "Yup, she was with us, but you need to, sir,
you was with who?
Right? Where? With who? Where?" I feel like because men give so much information, they set themselves up for failure.
Every time.
Like how you were talking about, like, we did this, but you want to call, I don't want to be in the mix or whatever, talk to her. That's a perfect answer. Right. Men don't know how to shut up. The more they talk, the more they just reveal that they're lying. It's just like,
because anyway, we would have already set that up. Like if that was the case, I would have already been on the phone with my girl. Like, girl.
Period.
That's true.
So that's the thing. We are 10, 20 steps ahead.
Yeah.
Yo, sis.
We're already
let me tell
planning.
you, we are having dinner in the Seaport District at 11 o'clock. I've had conversations like this with my girls. Like, yo, dinner at 11? Yeah, dinner at 11. I ain't got no fucking babysitter. Right. But yeah, I read, I follow, copy.
Right.
Done.
I spilled red wine on my dress.
Yep.
And then we had to go to, you're right. There were signs. There are codes. It's already planned.
That's it. But it really needs to be, sir, why are you even calling me? You need to go back and have a conversation with Mary. Okay, Robert? All right, Robert. Okay. All right, Rob.
And where's my girl at anyway?
Right.
She's home safe. She got a hung
pass the phone. Pass the phone. I need to talk to her because this is crazy.
I don't break the girl code.
This is
the hell.
Wow.
I don't care.
Right,
Rob's gonna be mad at me.
Can we change it? I know how long. We got an hour.
Yeah, we coming up on time here. Right. Why? What's up?
I want to talk about, since we started off, what is a friend?
What makes a fake friend?
Can we end it with the what's her name? Shaquilla?
Fake friend. What
Shaquilla.
Yeah.
No, let's talk about this. I want to talk about it.
I want to talk about, because she had some fake friends.
Fake ass friends.
She had some fake
First
friends.
of all, I didn't like the fact that they put out there.
Why that girl beat her up like that?
Beating up. Like, once... Like, you see fighting videos all the time, but if she's passed in a crazy way and around, like, people that just did not care, I felt like that video should have been taken down.
You want to know something?
Hold on, I want to pause for 1 second, because I think we need to pause and say this. Some people may not know the story. So, a young African-American girl planned a trip to Mexico with a group of friends, went on this trip, they had an Airbnb, and her friends literally beat her to death, right? So there was about 6 of them, I believe. Including her, it would have been 7. So there's stories that are circulating about who actually did the beating, this, that. There's a video of one girl doing it, but allegedly the other 2 girls were involved, but it's just not on camera. Allegedly they stole money from her. But there's all these allegations. She was beautiful. She was a business owner. Just in case you don't know the story.
Right. And you and I were talking, and you made a good point about, because I was like, well, why would they even leak the video? And you said, because they had no intentions on killing
They had no intentions on, think about this. Everyone's like, why would they leak a video? Why would they leak a video? So, I hate to say it, your fucking generation is trash. No offense.
I'm not a part of that generation.
No filter.
This Generation Z, This Generation Z is fucking trash. So the thing about this generation, fucking trash. Not all, but a lot of y'all are trash. Grow the fuck up. I'm about to read y'all today. So the thing about it is,
yeah, you can swear on here. I swear on here all the time.
because I'm heated now. So the thing about
before
it,
you start, let me just say I had this one fake ass friend, fakest bitch out of nowhere, fakest. But when it came to fight, she was always there. She whooped some ass.
So the thing about the we're going back to the video, okay? Shout out to you for helping her fight.
Right.
Yeah, shout out to you.
The thing about it is, the Generation Zs, this younger generation, they like to record everything. Yes. Everything has to be on camera.
Yes. Snapchat!
So when that fight went down, I believe the gentleman behind that phone recorded it, immediately posted it like, yo, it's going down in the house.
Hold on, I didn't even know it was a guy that was
Yes, it was a guy. It was a guy. It was her best friend. Her best friend was a guy.
But he said he didn't know what happened.
Recorded it. And immediately was like, yo, it's going down in the Airbnb. Everything is always live with this generation. Yeah. Immediately posted it, not thinking hours later she would have died. Right? That's crazy. Then she dies, you deleting it. It's too late. It's already posted. How many of us have seen videos posted on somebody's story and we recorded it on our devices? Right. We all have done that. I like that. Let me... You know what I mean? Let me screenshot. Let me record. So by then, that's how the video got out, truthfully, right? But I ain't the court of law of Mexico. You know what I'm saying? They can fucking figure that out. But that's my theory. Mm-hmm. But to do that to somebody that you call a friend, you fought her for money. You could have asked the girl, and I'm sure she would have gave you the money. She owned a business.
I feel like that's deeper than money. It has to be deeper than money.
The way she was beating her up. That was not over no money.
Yeah, that's jealousy, I feel like. Because you said she was a business
owner. It's definitely jealousy. It's definitely jealousy.
But she didn't even give the girl time to hit back.
No, well, I don't... Could've. She, I felt
She's
like...
probably scared.
Some people are fighters.
Influence. She could have had liquor in her system.
Well, they said the autopsy, there was no liquor in her system.
But some people...
No. At that time.
Oh.
But, everybody had their speculations because I was like, oh my gosh, she just got there, now she's dead. No, she got there that night and they had already drunk. They had already eaten. They're drinking. They're in the pool. Mm. And then it happened that morning. And
there was a video before that she took, that her family shared off of her phone, where she's like, where's my friends at? She's walking through the house recording, where's my friends at? Come on, put your bathing suit on, like, we're in Mexico, let's have fun. They're all in a room, like, she get in the room and they're silent.
That's weird.
It was just weird energy.
They planned that shit.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Let's go to Mexico. Nah, that's weird.
Without a doubt. I think at the end of the day, it just makes everybody think about who's for them and who's not for them.
For real.
You know what I mean? And you are right. With this new generation, it's just, I'm not throwing my age out there, but y'all already know.
You look good for your age. Don't be ashamed.
But this new generation...
51, black don't cry.
Black don't cry,
the
all right?
generation is just like, y'all don't care.
No.
Y'all do not care.
No.
Like, it hurts me so much. Like, you see a man fighting a woman, but you want to pull out your phone instead of helping the woman. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It just makes no sense. But
because when you post a video, you get likes, you get attention, your profile. Right. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's out for themselves. Everybody think things are funny. Everybody wants to fight to prove a point or shoot to prove a point. Like.
But then again, like I said, goes back to our community, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not even just the generation. This generation is an issue too. But how many times have we seen videos, to your point, of men fighting women, no matter the age, black men fighting black women, and you really recording it, yo? Like, why aren't you stopping it? Why aren't you stopping it? How you sitting there recording a woman getting her ass whooped by a man.
Yeah.
Yo, like, what?
But you can't always help because then they get mad when you help. Because I've been in a situation like that.
But
I'd rather them get mad at me helping than them getting beat or beat to death.
Right.
I've been in a situation like that.
And you're dead.
I've been in a situation like that. I had to go to court and everything. She took the stand for him.
But I feel like that happens a lot of time because there's something in them that can't leave them. Like that's like that insecurity.
But here's my thing: you can rest that night knowing, yo, your face didn't get stumped in on my watch. You ain't in the casket on my watch. Right. Yeah. I can rest that night knowing, yo, you didn't lose your life because women lose their lives every day. But guess what? After this, I ain't fucking with you no more because this was your opportunity to say what this man to get out, to say what this man did to you. You did your part. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I've been in situations where I'm like, yo, I've did my part. I don't care how you feel. It's my internal, it's my moral. Like, yo, I did what I need to do. Yeah. But now I'm going to exit.
Went to court, she had nerve to say, she said to my boyfriend, she was like, tell your girl she's a snitch. I'm like, bitch, I helped you.
I get that. I would have been like, snitch or stitches? Like, which one you want? Okay. Which one? What do you want to do?
That part. But it's just, I don't know. Like I said, this, we live in a world of social media now. So I feel like everything goes on social media. I actually have this new thing. If y'all, on Instagram, I barely post pictures of my kids. I'm not on Facebook. I've deactivated my Facebook. I'll tap in from time to time. But I vowed to myself 2 years ago, I'm living a private life. I want people, oh, she's single, oh, she's in a relationship, oh, she's a lesbian, oh, yep. Whatever you say I am, guess what? I am.
Here.
Like, I am. Like, I am all about, like, I lived a very open life. Meaning, like, I am blessed. Like, I'm in love, I'm married, we have the kids, we have this, we have that. My new motto is hell to the no. Yeah. Like, you will not know how I am moving. And I'm moving very well right now, by the way. But you won't know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Side note.
Sidebar. Like, it's just...
She's been doing that all night.
Yo, sidebar.
But just so you know, but you don't know, but
you know. It's because, you know what? You want to talk about haters and jealousy? Yeah. People be sitting here lurking behind these phones like, oh, you see how she's living? Yo, precious. You see? Let me look at her. Look what she wearing. Where'd she get that money from to buy that Gucci bag? Where's she... None of your business.
Yep. Yeah.
None of your business.
Putting that energy on your life.
Putting that energy on my life, yo. Like you just said, and putting that energy on my life.
Yeah.
That too. So I had to clean. When I say I purge. I don't even like to share my kids like that now. Because I feel like I share too much of them too. Mm-hmm. And people have had opinions. I'm like, oh, y'all a little too opinionated about my kids. Like, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
So I kind of scaled back. And I like it.
Yeah.
I love it. And even when I post memes that I think are funny, people read so far deep into it. I had somebody DM me like, is everything good? I said, I just think it's funny.
A post? Since when did a post start becoming so, like, I'm telling you all about my life?
Yes.
Why can't I share something that has nothing to do with me, but I found entertainment in it?
Just for the record, guys, I sit in my bed like this at night. I be like, that's funny. Post.
Yep.
Just because it's funny. Right. It has no relevance on my life, yo. Yep, TikTok, too. Yep. It just be like, I have a sick sense of humor. I really do. Like, my humor is really dark sometimes. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Well, people will be like...
read into so much. I mean...
Yeah, man.
Or when you share something, they think you subbing them.
Yeah.
Bitch, I would have tagged you.
Okay, that part.
DM, instant message.
Facebook is a make-believe world.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
all
a real
of social
world.
media is make-believe.
And if you've done something that day or that week that is going to make you think that status is about you.
Check yourself. Don't check me.
Yeah, right.
I know people.
You know how many people? There's like 10,000 people that are feeling the same way that one person is thinking. And feeling.
Mm-hmm. We all know somebody. We can all probably think of somebody. I know a handful of people driving BMWs, driving Range Rovers, but sleeping on the air mattress. Like, what? Mm-hmm. You know, you renting an apartment or whatever the case is, but you don't own a home. But everybody has their different path.
But that's the other problem with social media, like how we were talking about, like, in the beginning, everything is posted, everything is, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, everybody's trying to fit this facade of what your life is supposed to be,
Some
and no
people
one
just
keeps it
pose
real.
for validation.
Yeah, people have these weddings. These weddings are, these baby showers and these weddings are crazy. They're like, you know, glamorous, right? Oh, but you still live at home with your parents? Oh, this is crazy. Like, wait, what's happening? I'm sorry, you just spent how much on the wedding? $70,000, but you live at your
Baby
mom?
showers are the new weddings.
Right. Oh, they
I mean,
are.
if you want to do a baby shower up,
Do
if
it
I have
up.
another baby, I'll probably do it up, but that's not for
Right.
6 years from now. Lord have mercy on my soul. But but I do agree what you're saying. Like, where's the value? Where is, you know, knowing when or what to put your money into? All right, you were saying what you invest your money in and stuff like that. That's
it's
where
funny
we were.
because I was ear hustling
Air hustler. That's a new
a
one.
conversation,
With what?
and it was a girl talking to a guy. Never met the, never knew the guy. Guy was there, and they're talking, and it was your generation.
I don't want to be a part
the
of
guy was my generation. The girl was his, your generation. So she's talking, they're whispering because I was really ear hustling. I do ear hustle.
Putting the hair behind her.
I was like, what is she saying? So, she said something to him. She was like, oh, if I want to go to the mall, I can go to the mall and get what I want. That's what I want to do. I want to go to the mall and get what I want. Mm-hmm. So he says to her, so you still shopping?
I can't.
She didn't get it because she was young.
Oh, I got it. I felt that in my soul.
I got what he was saying because I know him. I don't know him, but I know him.
Is it meaning like you're still shopping and not investing?
Exactly.
Like, what are you doing with your money?
Yeah.
You're wasting.
Gotcha.
Exactly. And he says to her, you're still about shopping. And she was so young, and that's all she couldn't even give him an adult, mature response to what he was saying because she didn't get it. Mm-hmm. She was like, yep, I go to the mall.
And he was like, oh.
He was like, oh. Because she was really trying to get with him. Yeah. But he's in return letting her know that you're still shopping. You are not ready.
Yeah, he's in a different headspace.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I was just like, wow, this girl. And she was still shopping. And he said to her 2 minutes later, so you not about buying houses, investing your money. And then she got stupid because she couldn't answer him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because in her world, yes, she's still shopping. Yeah. You know what I mean? She's going to get this paycheck and she's headed over to South Shore Mall.
But here's the problem with that. She didn't get it, but it's not her fault she didn't get it.
Put a chair near the window. He's about to try to open it.
He's so strong. He pushes stuff to where he wants to be. And he's going to get on the window and bang on the window until we come over there. I'm trying to tell you. I should have filled my cup up more. You see what I go through?
Fill it up, girl. Pour it up. Pour it up.
Lord have mercy, this child.
So what were you saying?
It's not her fault that she didn't get it. Because, again, and this could be another topic about issues in the black community, child. Mm-hmm. The issues are, and I could say it, and I love my parents, I love y'all, but they didn't teach me how to build my credit. They weren't teaching me how to invest. They weren't telling me you need to get life insurance. Right. They weren't teaching me about 401ks or how much, what percentage I should invest. So when you have your generation, my generation, I feel like the millennials, we've definitely gotten a lot wiser and smarter in the way we move. In fact, we're the ones teaching our parents. My parents,
I can attest to that.
Yeah, my parents weren't teaching me. I'm gonna keep it real. I bought my first house before my parents. Right. You know what I'm saying? The year that I bought my house, I put 3 other people on, 3 friends. We made that loan officer over $1 million because I remember talking to him because of the amount of sales that we gave him. You know what I'm saying? Right. I bought my first house when I was 26. Mm-hmm. But I had to kind of self-educate. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And going back way early in the podcast when we talked about knowledge is wealth, I always give. I sold my house. I don't own anymore. I'm planning some things, but I always share what I know. If I know it, it costs me nothing. It costs me nothing. So I think it's unfortunate that young lady wasn't getting it.
Right.
But can you really blame her for not getting it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
I also think it comes with a level of maturity, because now, at 25 in a couple weeks, now I'm actually starting to like realize stuff, which goes back to being spoiled and everything handed to me, which might be the case for her. Everything was ever handed to her. She wants it. It was there. So there's a level of maturity, and there's a level, and there's a journey that you have to walk to understand, okay, so this is what I have to put in my money into to get to where I want to be, or if I know I want to be here, these are the steps I need to take. Like how you're saying self-education. Yeah. And so I feel that ties into, like, you know, with maturity too, because if you're not mature, like, people will win the lottery and then lose all the money they made in the lottery because they weren't mature, and they didn't have a plan when they got the money of what they were going to do with. They just knew what they already known about. I get money, I'm going to spend. I'm going to get money, I'm going to get flashy stuff. Nothing that's going to actually benefit them, their lives in the long run. Right. So if you're not already in that mindset, if you haven't reached that level of maturity, if you don't have a goal for your life, then whatever money that comes in is just going to constantly just go out, and not go out in a place that's going to make you more money eventually, just go out of a place into nothing. Right. Which, I mean, I love to shop. Shopping.
Everyone loves to shop.
But there's a time when to, and there's a time to save your coins.
And also, there's a way to shop. Yeah. Right? I mean, I was on a budget. I went to Old Navy yesterday. That had, like, the Old Navy cash. I was thrilled. 50 off of $125.
Come on now.
Then I'm like, oh, everything's 50% off. Oh, this is even better. So, like, I was like, I'm going to rack up. Yep. Here we go. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Wow. So it's just like, knowing how to shop. Like, I'm someone, honestly, I did not know how to shop. I would go, like, Saks was my best friend. I'd be like, yo, I want those Gucci glasses. But I could have went to Nordstrom Rack and got them, like, 50% or 65% off, right? Maybe not in season, but who cares? They're glasses that I want. I didn't pay full price for it. So you can shop till you drop. Just do it on a budget and learn how to tackle sales. I'm all about sales now. Before, I didn't look at price tags. Now I look at price tags. I got 3 kids. I gotta look at price tags now. And I'm just trying to be smarter with my money. You know, I'm looking at it.
Smarter with money.
Yeah,
that's another podcast.
We gotta do a part 2 to this podcast.
We gotta do a part 2 about financial.
Let's get into it. I came from the trenches, so I'll be spending.
We all come from the trenches.
But I mean, you're still taking in information, and then you still have information to give out too. I'm learning.
I could have had 4 houses. Your sister, girl. I wasted so much.
So you look at that,
and then you go about it. Like, you don't sit in it and be upset about it. You're like, all right, I did X, Y, and Z.
Trying to keep up. Like, we've had, you know, in our generation, we had those cars. We were into those cars with those fancy rims and those loud radios. Yeah. If I sit back and I take a notebook and just write down how much everything was, how much money we wasted.
But you know what? You're still here, so you still have the opportunity to make
things. And you did learn from it, right? You did learn from it. You own property. You own a business. You know what I'm saying? Like, you learned from it. Like, you can't say that you didn't. Like, you own real estate now. You know, you have 2 businesses. You know what I'm saying? You have, you know, vehicles. One vehicle is completely paid off, right? Like, so you...
vehicles.
Oh, all of them. Excuse me.
Now.
I'm sorry.
Not one.
All of them are paid off. Let me get up. Say for the people in the back. All of them are paid off. All of them. All right. All of the vehicles. All of them are paid off. All 5 of them. Let's get that straight.
What it do?
Okay.
What he
do? You know, I don't know. Like, these podcasts are good, but they hit every point, and it's like, you talk about stuff, you just want to continue to talk, but I know it's podcast after
well, because it rolls in and it brings up, you know, new, like, it rolls in and it just brings up a new subject. But
and we're women, so we can talk all the time. I mean, we can go,
but you know,
it's not in this code.
No, we're gonna wrap. We're about to wrap it up.
Let me know when you want to do a part 2.
No, I think we definitely should. I think this was
a my house with the heat.
Okay, we'll
no,
take
we're
it to
gonna
your
keep
house.
the podcast right here.
We'll get some heaters for you next time.
I'll have some heaters.
We'll sit you right next to a heater.
We'll
We got
have
you.
heaters.
We got you.
We'll have
But
heaters.
I think this was
Why don't you do it
really
out there?
great. Cause all you hear all those kids
When they sleeping?
when they sleeping.
No, we no. This is a good setting. We can finesse this.
Yeah,
I
we're
like
gonna make it warm.
Yeah.
And I
But
got
yeah.
all my people with me.
You see?
Here. You know, I come out here and I say good morning every morning and good night every night.
Let's do a podcast on starting over.
We can. We can.
Starting over on what?
Relationship, starting over.
Ooh, girl,
Yeah,
you.
that's a good one.
Yeah, talk about that.
Ow,
You want to talk about it over?
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click that notification button so you know when I drop a new video. And please leave a comment down below of anything that we discuss and any topics that you want us to discuss next time, because we definitely will. I think it's a mutual decision to be back for another video.
Yes.
So we are outie.
Toodles!
Toot outie!
Fuck a fake friend, where your real friends at?